Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Observer 24/7. This is our YouTube channel, JAIIB CIB English Medium, and my name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the specific area of AB. Okay, we're talking about JIIB today, everyone. Okay, when we talk about the JIIB now, the most important thing is what are we going to do in the May 2025 scenario, right? First of all, please share the session, like the session, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel, everyone. These things are super duper important. Chaliye then. Starting with the specific area itself. Okay, let's talk about our overall how to prepare for the JIB overall examination. Basically, I am a faculty of accounting and financial management for bankers, so there's a particular habit of saying AFM. Chaliye everyone. If I talk about the specific area, first of all, please share the session, subscribe to our channel, and also at the same time, please like the session if this is helpful for you. Overall, I'm going to give you the basic information today, which is super important when you talk about this exam, everyone. First of all, we have four subjects. There are four compulsory subjects in JIB. In CIIB, you'll be having four subjects plus one particular area, which is gonna be your which is going to be an optional subject. You have to choose for that particular area. Okay, I hope these all four subjects are visible. These are in the sequence of the examination pattern itself. In our examination, what happens is you have your particular pattern in this way, that we have our examination has four subjects starting from IE and FS. IE and FS is slightly I would say this is a little slightly lengthier subjects. That is what I've heard from the bankers itself when they talk about it. Okay, so then this is the first part. Now, when we talk about PPB, PPB is again a very lengthy area. IE and FS is slightly less lengthy as compared to PPB, but more technical than PPB. This is one particular thing that I've heard from the bankers itself. That's why I'm giving you the insight of what they told me. Second part is basically IE and FS and PPB both are challenging papers. Then comes accounting and financial management for bankers, practical plus theoretical both areas. There are roughly 35 chapters or 35 units in it, based upon four modules. Then we have RBWM. RBWM is one particular area where the syllabus is lesser than all these three. So the easiest paper has been kept for the last. Some more rules when we're talking about how to prepare now. So it is better that we talk about those basic rules as well. Okay, number one, the passing criteria. If you're giving the examination, if you are giving any of these individual papers or giving not all of them at all, that means if you're not giving all of these examination at once, you need to score 50 marks minimum each subject, plus your aggregate should be 50% of total. You're giving four examinations, that means you are have to score. Acha, if you're giving individual, then you have to score 50 marks. But if you're giving all the four together, then 45 marks minimum per subject. And then we have 50% of the total should be definitely your aim. Okay, that means if 200 marks is there, you have to score what? You have to score 200 marks ka, you will have to score an amount of 100 marks. Sorry, this is 400. 400, you have to score 200 because the individual paper is for 100 marks in 2 hours, and there are 3 shifts in a particular day. That means morning, afternoon, and then we have evening. But the morning shift is too early. It's around 8 p.m. and then you'll have 8 a.m. Then we have 11 a.m. and then this is the time where you have to enter. Okay, and then we have the last shift in the evening. There are 3 shifts in this examination, and now let's talk about another brief area, how to prepare for this examination. This was a basic area. This is what you need to know when you are starting your preparation, because this should not be a random area. This is one particular area. Now moving on to the next part. Everyone, one particular reality is we are all adults. Being adult, there's one particular big problem, that we cannot study like we were when we were kids. Let's talk about this in brief. In brief, I started working The day I started working, I knew every single day I have to give this much amount of hours to my work, and the remaining hours can be given to my studies. Then you get married, then you have family as well. That means when you are having your examination, other than your family work and your personal health and everything else, you have your office work, and that takes major chunk of your day. 8 hours to 10 hours, including your commutation and everything, are gone into your office. 24 hours are there. Look at that part, just break it down. 24 hours are there, and normally on an average now people are not sleeping for 8 hours at all. Let's be very realistic. Normally, uh 10 hours of office work, 6 hours of maximum sleep. 6 to 8 hours is maximum right now. 16 hours gone, you're left with 8 hours. In these 8 hours, what do? In these 8 hours, at least 2 to 3 hours are spent in terms of getting ready and going for the office, and the 10 hours is including that particular these 8 hours are something which you cannot even define, you know. 16. Hmm. 8 hours or something that you cannot define. Why? Because sometimes as soon as you come back from the office, from 7 to normally 12 p.m., if those 5 hours or something, people are what are they doing? They had to go to the office. Then as soon they come back from the office, then they have household chores left. Then they start studying. They start taking up the classes from normally 3 to 4 hours are maximum that you can spend in terms of your tuitions, or you can say the online coaching there. So you spend that particular time, and then you go back to sleep. 6 hours gone. Then in the early morning people start working again, along with their household chores they're also taking the class. This is one particular realistic thing that JIB aspirants are doing. I've seen my bankers coming back, and then starting from 7 to normally 9, they are 9 to 10, they are having their one particular 2 to 3 subjects are going on at this point of time, and morning 6 to 7 or 7 to 8 one particular hour is also gone. So matlab, on an average, if we have 4 subjects, if all 4 are going together, they are spending 4 hours minimum on their JIB. Once they are done with this particular area, what are they left with? Once they are done with this, they are left with very minimum time, because you are studying as well and you have your life, personal life, which is existing at the same time. That means at that point of time it becomes extremely difficult. At this point of time, when anybody says na ki ma'am, I will be done with the syllabus within 2 to 3 days, we have to tell them this cannot happen. Always set a realistic goal. Tell yourself, I think in one particular day I can finish off 10 to 15 pages of this particular subject, and the next one as well. So you break down your goal in a realistic manner. In this case, always look at the particular your personal study plan. It should be different from the ones which organizations are providing you. So that particular study plan will give you that particular thing. See, when we were kids, our teachers used to constantly say examinations are coming. There are kids who were studying on their own, but teachers were again reminding everyone exams are coming, exams are coming. You need that particular thing to tell to yourself. Either you listen to things or you understand the priority of that. And consistency doesn't mean that every single day you have to spend 1 hour on the subjects. It can also mean on every weekend you are sitting down and finishing off whatever you were doing in that week. You are studying again. So that means when we talk about stay consistent, minimum 30 minutes should be there every single day. Rest, it is your choice. How do you increase it further, right? And then if you started today itself, 6 months down the lane, you'll be in a very far better situation overall, because you have the clarity ki ha, I am doing my bit in terms of my preparation. And always track your progress, go through the particular testing area. That means that will give you the clarity of how do you progress further. Then comes balancing your work and study. First of all, prioritize what to do at one point of time. In the morning, I cannot say, especially when we talk about the women bankers, we cannot say ki nahi, nahi, do not work, do not do your household chores, focus on the class. No, you have your work as well, and you have to take care of your family. That means prioritize when you're going to work and whenever you are finishing your other things. In the morning time, if you are spending more time on your household chores, then in the evening prioritize your studies. Once the particular thing is over, or finish things a little earlier, so that you can plan your study. Then time management, you know things will take time, and block your time, define your time in terms of hours in a day, so that you can be answerable to yourself what happened in that 1 hour. Then comes create a support network, communicate with your colleagues, supervisor, keep just maintain that particular working with your people. Especially when we talk about the bankers, sometimes they think by the end of the particular time, just before the examination, we will take a holiday. This doesn't happen at times. So just be very open to that part. Ki this might happen, it won't work out that way, and at least have a plan about it. And then again, self care. I've seen that bankers don't really take care of their health at times as well. We even don't do that. So what do? Prioritize yourself. If your health is fine, you will be able to study in a much better way. That is why I said minimum 30 days, 30 minutes are enough at this point of time, because there is a lot of months left. So you can work on your body, you can work off on your family, your office, as well as your studies at the same time. You know, early bird. Then enhancing your examination skills. Once you go for the exam, please make sure that you are giving the practice mocks. If you are not going through the practice mocks, then nothing will help you out, right? Then second is analyze your mistakes. You will make mistakes. If anybody tells me ki ma'am, I will never make a mistake, but I think I'll be done it in one go. Even the ones who have cleared the examination in one go, there are certain bankers, matlab I still remember them personally, because they used to give keep a tap on me ki ma'am, pata hai, I am done with this particular topic, now we are done with this one. So they weren't the ones who scored 100 out of 100, but yes, they were the ones who individually in one particular topic they scored more than 60%. But let's be realistic, there are certain topics where they were scoring 40% as well. 40%, 60%. In terms of total, they went above 60. Nobody cares what was your score. Analyze your mistakes. Don't tell anybody else, but look at yourself. ये देखिए, I think I am weaker in this particular topic. Let me accept it, and then I'll study accordingly. Do not keep that particular thought process in your mind कि पता है, once the examination would be there ना, पक्का in the last 1 week I'll study. This doesn't work. We are all adults. You will see if you're going for the first time now, you will see if you have this particular thought now, 80% of you will not be having that particular time. Sometimes office work increases, sometimes your health doesn't allow. When you start studying the very first day, you sit down and say, today I'll do my studies throughout the day. That is the first day where you will realize you are hell tired. We are all working, you don't get rest. So the very first day you try to do it, you are tired. Second day you start getting the memento. So then do not think about it instantly, just like when we were kids, you'll be able to work. So analyze your mistakes beforehand and keep everything practical. Develop time management strategies. If I talk about time management strategies now, everyone, it is again, I'm telling you about the 30-minute thing. I can assure you, the very first time, being an adult and someone who has a family, what will happen? You will decide that I will work, I'll study continuously for 30 minutes. If there are people around, they can do the other things, then you get those 30 minutes definitely. But sometimes the moment you sit down, you are done. You decide, Array, oh God, there's this work left, and it is priority. You will finish that work and then come back. The key to this particular thing is, do not forget you have to study. This is one particular thing that has practically worked for me as well. When you start sitting for your study partner, even if you are studying in breaks, then come back and study. Come back and study. For example, if I am studying and at the same time I forgot that I had to wash clothes as well. We are all adults and this happens. So what do? You could put those particular clothes for washing, and then you come back and then again open the book. While you have that particular window that it will take time for the particular machine to work, right now sit down and study. Whenever you are moving out somewhere, this is what you can do, that whenever there are so many people who are traveling through public transport, metros and cabs, sit down and open the particular videos, audios, whatever you have of your studies. I won't say even our courses, but overall stick to that particular part. Okay. And this 30-minute thing is basically Pomodoro technique. Study for 30 minutes or 25 minutes, full concentration, then stop. Then again start, then stop. Giving those breaks is definitely something our human mind requires. Then comes learn to eliminate incorrect answers. This is one particular short technique of MCQs. Look at that part. Four options are given. Pakka this option is not there. Pakka this option is also not there. Find out the ones you can actually see. You will reduce those options at least by 50%, which will ensure you are getting good marks, or at least you are near to the answer. A few quick tips to look forward to. First of all, don't forget to review the syllabus. If you know the syllabus, you know where you will be stronger. So always, first of all, review the syllabus. Then comes refer to reliable study material. Everyone, do not follow random AI. Do not follow random circulated notes on Google. Do not follow anything which doesn't resemble your IIBF book. If everything seems to be similar to your IIBF book, then go for it. Otherwise, do not go for it. Paper comes from IIBF book itself. It doesn't come from anywhere. Then sometimes people sit down and study together as well. If it works for you, if it works, good. Otherwise, we have on our app even we have our groups there, and pata hai, we have that doubt guru as well. So you can do this by using our AI area as well, where you can join the particular area, ask doubts, and actually sit down and study. Because I think this also helps a lot. And then practice regularly. I won't say do two papers every day. No, in 1 week just try one particular chapter, because if I talk about our material, one particular every single particular chapter has test, individual testing, complete testing, everything is there. Go for it. Every time you are thinking that I might try doing something, go and give the exam. You can do it again as well, there's no harm. But right now, test yourself once you're done with the particular topic. Then later on, if you're doing better, then do it again. That will increase your confidence at least. Then certain things that you should be definitely avoiding as a person: procrastination. Adults go through procrastination even if we don't want to. We do this. I'll start my studies today. Nee, nee, I'll sit down tomorrow. Now I'll just finish off this particular task. This doesn't work. Decide a day, decide a deadline, and start putting pressure on yourself, because there is nobody reminding you every day that you have your exam. Then comes ignoring the weak areas. Accept that you are weak in numerical, then start working on numerical part. Accept that you don't like theory, and then study accordingly. You have to accept yourself that there are certain areas which you are not good at, and you have to do it, because you cannot say, "Nahi ma'am, I don't want to give the theoretical part in the examination, I'll just prepare for numerical." You don't get the choice, examiner gets the choice. Then relying solely on one resource. वैसे तो this is one particular area I would say rely on Macmillan book, but don't rely on it completely. What happens is, just relying on the book and doing the MCQs out of it, 5 MCQs per chapter are there. That means this is very limited in one particular chapter. Opt for test books, test series. Go ahead and check yourself. Get yourself prepared for those 2 hours. And one more area, that is, sometimes there are people who are studying over studying as well. Yes, I have seen people who study very very hard, and sometimes they lose their particular confidence altogether ki, ma'am, I think I do not really stand well in terms of the examination. This particular burnout is very normal, because you are working, you are emotionally involved in n number of things, and then you have your studies as well, and there are bankers who have children as well. That means your burning out can happen at any point of time. So give yourself the break, right? That's one particular. Treat yourself as human as well. You deserve that particular area, right? Chaliye. Now, with this particular thing, let me just tell you, with 2025, what are we doing? Okay? Let me introduce you to that particular area as well, because everyone has to plan things accordingly. है ना? Just a moment. Let's open up our website. Okay. Everyone, going on to our website, that is www.adda247.com, going into the area, and here it is, JIB and CIB. Go on to the JIB and CIB area, go on to the area of JIB MahaPak. Actually, at this point of time, I would say MahaPak is way better for you. Why do I say? Because na, in this area, this is JIB May 2025. Okay, you should be definitely going for the MahaPak, because in MahaPak, English medium, bilingual, marathons, everything is there. From pin to an elephant, revision batches, our case study batches, numerical batches, whatever we introduce, everything you will find in the JIB Mahapack. What you need to do is, in this case, you will see you will get previous batches, current batches, you will get test series along with ebooks. So what you need to do is click on the area of buy now, use the code Y Y541 and then apply it. Okay, once you apply the specific code of Y541, you will get a discount of, hold on, that is Y541, apply, and you will get a discount of 77%. So you'll get it 6898.85 and you're getting it for 6 months. So for 6 months, everything is open from pin to an elephant for your JIB area. So if you're preparing well, just try the specific code and get the particular course right away. I don't think 7,000 rupees will harm you, provided you think about the bigger increments. That's one particular way of looking at what you are spending in terms of your studies. Done, everyone. I hope these particular things will help you out, and always, just after the completion of this particular video, just go through the syllabus once. Look at the practical part of the syllabus, how much you can do and how well you can do about it. With this, thank you so much everyone for being there. I'll be meeting you in the next sessions of the particular JIB May 2025 in our classes. Thank you so much for being there. If this session was helpful, please like the session, share the session, and don't forget to subscribe to our